First, the headlines. Irate street vendors storm IMC office, set up vending site on campus. Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee Manipur storms Agriculture Minister Biswajit's official quarters. And Wangkai MLA TH Arun Kumar assures of developing Mau Imphal market. Good evening. Welcome to MAMI Television Primetime English News Bulletin. I'm Loving Rimai giving you the latest news update. A group of 6 street vendors organizations of Quarambon Market Temporary Market Shed stormed the Imphal Municipal Corporation IMC office campus today and forcefully set up vending site to sell their products on the campus. The street vendors have condemned the involvement of influential people in the functioning of the historical Ima market. According to media persons, around 100 street vendors stormed the IMC office today around 11 a.m. demanding a marketplace for the street vendors. Taking part in the protest, President of Quarambon Market Street Vendors Welfare Union, El Beda, said the protesters are the street vendors of the Quarambon market who are daily bread earners. According to an agreement, the vendors agreed on take shifts at the temporary market shed, she said. However, some influential people took over the vendors by giving it to their near ones. As per the state government order, the morning shift of the market shed starts from 6 a.m. to 12 noon, while the evening shift begins from 1 p.m. to 7 a.m. Condemning the silence of the authority concerned on the matter, she drew the attention of the authority for full implementation of the government order. Beda further demanded to save the historical Ima market from the clutches of influential people.
Awa bata ba akoy bu amuk tang miyang sang biu akoy gi hak mat piganu akoy bu nung sibiu akoy laita laira awa na ta ba sibu mahut minister akoy gi praja awa ba siya amuk ta di kan biu akoy podyo han biu akoy gi mapam biu evening and morning shift kai bi ba order sa sanahan biu screening daw biu asam kawayan mo biu akoy
It may be mentioned that Administrator of IMC, M. Joy, issued an order that no street vendors or other unauthorized persons would be allowed to squat or carry on business in public places, roads, streets, and other open spaces in and around Quarambon Kaitil on October 31. The decision was taken in view of the acute congestion, traffic bottlenecks, street littering, and other chaotic conditions in and around Quarambon Kaitil due to street vending. The Scheduled Demand Committee Manipur STDCM once again stormed at ministers' quarters, demanding the government to send recommendation for inclusion of Meitei in the ST list of the Indian constituency. A large number of volunteers of STDCM, along with representatives of several organizations, stormed the official quarters of Agriculture Minister Thongam Biswajit at Sanjantong Officer Colony to submit the memorandum around 1:20 p.m. today. However, the minister was out to attend an important work of the party when STDCM volunteers visited his quarter. Later, after communicating with the minister through his PRO, the minister agreed on meeting the volunteers at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Speaking to media persons in connection with the movement, the General Secretary of STDCM, K. Bogendrajit, said the step was taken in line with its adopted resolution at a public meeting on October 13, to know the stand of ministers and MLAs of the state government regarding the demand and to further urge the government to send a recommendation to the Center for Inclusion of Meitei in the ST list. Expressing confidence that their movement will bear fruits, he cited that some ministers through the media had endorsed their support to the demand. Besides, supports from the people are also pouring in day by day, he said. Broggen also stated that they will also storm the Chief Minister's office if the need arises and maintain that STDCM will not back out until its demand is fulfilled.
My partner and colleague, I know the Nangadi minister since I coin individual in a magazine chamber to celebrate Namatamda, Makosi, Susie to me, I have talked people. Objective media get through the Mayamunaraga Makoina, Lizava Magi stay and Magi opinion. Oftenly Hibiram, Adorgadi out of cabinet, Taranito, Lady Manunda, Coina Unaza racing a Sigatana Turkoini, Ado honorable Biswaziki, Minister Magi opinion would be open in a country, Adorgadi Mas support opinion and Coina Sataway. Isusi Minister of the Public, my support of Wahangalam in Mayami, majority may take support of Unina. My Pakwam Tuena do I Zauna
MLA of Wangkai Assembly Constituency, TH Arun Kumar, has assured that steps will be taken up to develop and properly maintain Mau Market at Kabolekai. The MLA was speaking at Hyangay Mau Ningol Chakoba at Mau Imphal Market Complex located at Kabolekai in Imphal West District today. The Ningol Chakoba feast was organized by Mau Imphal Market Coordination Committee in association with Mau Union Imphal and Mau Women Business Union. Speaking further, MLA TH Arun Kumar said, Ningol Chakoba is among one of the most invaluable cultures of the state passed down by the forefathers. Stating that the Ningol Chakoba feast organized for Mau women every year has elevated the essence and value of the festival even more, he wished that such event strengthens relation between different communities in the state. Terming it fortunate that organic vegetables and fruits of Mau are now available at the Mau Imphal Market Complex, MLA Arun Kumar assured that possible help will be extended from the government side to address any issue facing farmers of Mau.
So Patana, the Pura Kanda, Labor, Manipuri Praza, Putimata, Yam Lina, Committee, Nagasimbi, the Kanda, Mopum Sida Pangalabina, I go a queen of Pamzeriba, Maugi, how Balu, Mauga, how Haika, Lapu Kandi, the schools Kandi, I go, you don't say the lady like a Saran in a way, Madugi, Numai with the Wipange, Adamasi, so Patana, the Pura Kanda, Labor, Manipuri Praza, Putimata, Yam Lina. Coordination Committee Nagasimbi the Kanda, Mopum Sida Pangalabina, I go a queen of Pamzeriba, Maugi, how Balu, Mauga, how Haika, Lapu Kandi, the schools Kandi, I go, you don't say the lady like a Saran in a way, Madugi, Numai with the Wipange, Adamasi, a quick Mauki, Market C, Naxen.
Eye Hospital and Institute Dr. Helena Optometric College North AOC Imphal academic session 2022-23 के admission हौजरे program offer Bachelor of Optometry specialties दा matik charva infrastructure गलोइनना secure campus spacious classroom amadi well maintained library meritorious students singi special fee concession amadi scholarship well qualified dedicated amadi experience leiraba oza singna takpi tambigani nupa macha amadi nupi macha gi secure amadi separate hostel Dr. Helena Eye Hospital and Institute Daily training ki khudong chabasu leigani loinana course asi hek loibaga India amadi avorta chada chama job placement leigani akupa marol gidamak 9774065535 ta contact you.
Welcome you all to UNACO School Channel Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational residential school located on a sprawling 50 acres campus just 24 km away from Imphal city. The school will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. Academic session will begin on 1st April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Registration committees open for 2023 and 24 session.
The committee presented simple gifts to Mau women and women journalists who attended the event. Chairman of Mao Imphal Market Coordination Committee S. Bessie Mao and advisor of the committee H. Ibotombi were among those who attended the event. General Officer Commanding-in-Chief, GOC-in-Chief of Eastern Command of the Indian Army, Lieutenant General R.P. Kalita has said more and more areas still covered by Armed Forces Special Powers Act (AFSPA) will be detonified as and when violence parameters come down to an acceptable level in those places. Speaking during the raising day of Eastern Army Command at its headquarters, R.P. Kalita said there has been considerable drop in violence in the last 9 months in the insurgency-affected areas of the northeast, leading to detonification of AFSPA from certain areas. Peace and development have been ushering in these places. He said this has been possible only due to sacrifice that has been made by the Indian Armed Forces in ensuring that violence parameters are brought down to an acceptable level. As violence parameters come down, more and more areas will find detonification taking place, he asserted. However, this will depend on the local police being able to ensure maintenance of law and order, a call that has to be taken by a state government in consultation with the center. Kalita's comments come after Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Monday said that his government is considering withdrawing AFSPA from 2 more locations in the state. MLA of Kokching AC, Moyanglangbam Rameshwar has said people have been able to get the benefits of Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana PMJAY and Chief Minister Gihakshil Gitingbang CMHT, which aim at improving the healthcare facility. He said this during the CMHT and PMJAY enrollment drive today at the residence of MLA of Kokching AC and M. Rameshwar at Kokching Makalo, sponsored by the MLA in collaboration with State Health Agency Manipur. Speaking on the occasion, MLA Rameshwar said it is very important for the benefits of the CMHT and PMJAY to reach the people. He appealed to the people to get enrolled for the cards to get access of its benefits in time rather than rushing to get the card during the times of need for a better and healthy society.
Kakching Kendra ki manungda lairiba awaba layengbada paisa puthokpa ngamdraba lairabasingsi akoina Kakching Kendra ki manungda laiba machine loina card si saraga yelakpada hojik lising amaga chaunga hena yengre family lising chaunga si mathakta hojiksu family chaturkumba koi yenaba kana thorang tauri patient ji naraga admit to matamda admit to ngai mamanga along with admission to ga loina card pigado nariba laina dugi matungina haiba card sina karam laina cover tawge ji hana khangopio.
During the drive, cards were distributed to 100 beneficiaries. So far, cards have been distributed to around 1,600 beneficiaries in Kokching AC, while 600 cards will be distributed shortly. Let's take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Welcome you all to UNACO School Channel Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational residential school located on a sprawling 50 acres campus just 24 km away from Imphal city. The school will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. Academic session will begin on 1st April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Registration cum admission open for 2023 and 24 session.
Dr. Helena Optometric College North AOC Imphal के academic session 2022-23 के admission होजरे program offer Bachelor of Optometry specialties दा matik charva infrastructure galoinana secure campus spacious classroom amadi well-maintained library meritorious students singi special fee concession amadi scholarship well qualified dedicated amadi experience lairaba oza singna takpi gandhigani nupa macha amadi nupi macha gi secure amadi separate hostel Dr. Helena Eye Hospital and Institute Delhi training ki khudong chabasu laigani loinana course asi hek.
We're back with the national news after the break. President Draupadi Murmu undertook a 4-day visit to 3 northeastern states, Nagaland, Mizoram and Sikkim from today. The Nagaland government accorded her civic reception at Capital Cultural Hall in Kohima. The president would also inaugurate and lay the foundation stone for various projects related to education and infrastructure in the northeastern state. The state government has invited presidents and other leaders of the 22 tribal organizations to attend the civic reception wearing their traditional shawls. On Thursday, Murmu would pay her respects at the Kohima War Cemetery and visit Kigwema village, where she would interact with the village council members and the members of self-help groups. On the same day, she would also go to Mizoram and grace the 17th convocation of the Mizoram University at Aizawl and inaugurate various education-related projects in the state. In the evening, the president would also attend the civic reception to be hosted by the Mizoram government in her honor at the Raj Bhavan, Aizawl. On November 4, Murmu would address the members of the Mizoram Legislative Assembly at Aizawl. On the same day, she would go to Gangtok and attend a civic reception to be hosted by the Sikkim government and inaugurate and lay the foundation stones for various projects of central and state governments. On November 5, the president, before going to Delhi, would interact with women achievers and members of SHGs at Tathagata TSAL, Ravongla. BJP President JP Nadda will release on Friday the party's vision document manifesto for the Himachal Pradesh Assembly polls. The elections to the 68-member assembly is scheduled for November 12. Party sources said Nadda would release the manifesto in Shimla on November 4. They added that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to address at least 2 public meetings, each on November 5 and 9. On Saturday, he will address rallies in Mandi and Solan, they said. The BJP is in power in the Hill state and is pulling out all the stops to remain in the saddle by breaking the precedent of the incumbent being voted out. Massive protest marches are being held in Ladakh demanding full statehood and recognition under the 6th schedule of the constitution for the region that was carved out as a separate union territory in August 2019. Protests are being organized by the Leh Apex body, an amalgam of all political and social organizations. Hundreds of people marched in Leh shouting slogans demanding statehood, constitutional and safeguards, and separate parliament seats for Leh and Kargil districts. Similar protests are being held by the Kargil Democratic Alliance in Kargil district. The Leh and Kargil Democratic Alliances have formed an alliance to demand statehood for Ladakh. Ironically, on August 5, 2019, when Jammu and Kashmir was stripped of its statehood and downgraded into 2 union territories, there were celebrations in Leh. The Ladakh Buddhist Association, which was part of the celebrations then, is now part of the political alliance demanding statehood and constitutional guarantees for jobs and land rights exclusively for the people of Ladakh. Initially, the BJP unit in Ladakh was part of the alliance, but later pulled out as the party came under criticism for its doublespeak. The move is a major challenge for the central government amid a protracted military standoff along the line of actual control in Ladakh. The centre and the BJP have touted carving out Ladakh as a separate union territory, a historic move that will bring development and also end decades of discrimination against the region. India reported a total of 1,190 fresh cases in the last 24 hours. With this, India's COVID-19 tally has gone up to 4.46 crore, while the number of active cases of the infection has declined to 16,243, the Union Health Ministry data stated. The death count, however, climbed to 5.30 lakh, with 1,375 more fatalities, including 1,369 deaths reconciled by Punjab and 2 reconciled by Kerala, according to the ministry. The active cases account for 0.04% of the total caseload, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate has gone up to 98.78%. A decrease of 1,375 cases has also been recorded in the active COVID caseload in the span of 24 hours. Meanwhile, the INSACOG say that Indian patients infected with Omicron sublineage or XBB of COVID-19 have mild disease and no increase in severity is noted. The expert panel say that XBB variant has been detected in multiple states in the country. The Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium, INSACOG, in a statement, said it is keeping a close watch and monitoring the emergence and evolution of XBB and XBB.1 and any new sub-lineages. The community need not panic, and adherence to coronavirus inappropriate behavior is recommended in the light of ongoing festivities, it added. Among the Indian patients, the disease is mild like other Omicron sublineages and no increase in severity is noted, the panel said. In the current phase of the pandemic, the INSACOG said that SARS-CoV-2 virus is continuously accumulating mutations, some of which might contribute to increased transmissibility and immune invasion, resulting in transmission advantage over other variants. Moving on to the international news, China will continue to support Pakistan in stabilizing its financial situation, state media quoted China's President Xi Jinping as saying today. China and Pakistan should move forward more effectively with the construction of their so-called economic corridor, as well as accelerate the construction of infrastructure for the Gwadar seaport, state media reported. The United States today condemned North Korea's latest launch of a ballistic missile, which landed less than 60 kilometers off South Korea's coast, the first time an apparent test had landed near the South waters, a State Department spokesperson said. A State Department spokesperson said that the launches are in violation of multiple UN Security Council resolutions and threaten peace and stability in the region. Before we wrap up with today's bulletin, giving you the headlines once again. Irate street vendors stormed IMC office, set up vending site on campus. Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee, Manipur storms Agriculture Minister Biswajit's official quarters. And Wangkai MLA TH Arun Kumar assures of developing Mao Imphal market. And that is the end of today's Primetime English Bulletin. Stay tuned to MAMI Television for more updates.